Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be making some Oriental food because Lunar New Year is right around the corner. So today I'm cooking here with my dad instead of my mom, and we have an assortment of very yummy foods. To get started, we're gonna go ahead and make the viral baked dumplings. To get started, we need 1 whole can of coconut milk, a little bit of sesame oil, soy sauce, minced garlic, we need a good amount of gochujang, and some peanut butter. And we can mix this together. Now that we have our mixture together, we're gonna go ahead and grab our dumplings and put them in horizontally on both sides. All right, now we're gonna grab our green onions and split them right down the middle. And we're only gonna use the long green parts. Get them to where they're about even with one another. And we're gonna slice them vertically. Now let's grab our green onions and drop them right into our ice water. I'm gonna sprinkle some furikake over the top of this. And some sesame seeds, along with some chili oil. Now it's time to try the dumpling.
It's going to fall. How's it, Jay?
They're good.
Next, we're baking a sea bass. We're gonna start with some olive oil, rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce, black bean with garlic. Give this a quick mix. We have our black pepper, some salt, some garlic, ginger, and we're going to give this a quick mix again. Then we're going to lay this all over the fish to get a nice marinade. And we're going to spread it Nice and even. Gonna get it all in those cuts that we've made so I could season this fish really nice. Will be super delicious. Give it a flip over, and we're gonna do the same. Get all those flavors inside. This thing is looking really good already. So we just want to continue to keep all the flavors in between the cuts that we've made to get maximum flavor out of this fish and this meal. So just lather it really, really well. And then we're gonna put some lemons on there, and the lemon brings out a nice citrusy flavor to it. We have our fresh scallions, and the scallions also bring out a nice onion flavor to it. If you like that, you could put more, or you could put a little bit less. Then we get ready to wrap it and place it in our pan, and it goes into the oven. Our fish is out of the oven. This is looking and smelling absolutely delicious. I'm going to attempt to get this all in one shot.
Great job there.
Oh, this
Ooh, look
is
at
smelling so good.
Okay, now we need all the broth on there.
So we're going to be making some pak choy. So I'm going to get started with some ginger, my pak choy cut in half, and some onions, and we're going to get these things on the stove. With these, I just like to cut them in half, and that way they cook a little faster and they're easier to eat. So we're just going to go ahead and split all of them in half. You could do them in quarters, but I like them in half. Now that we have everything chopped up, we're going to go to the stove and we're going to cook this thing up. We're going to get some oil in here. Okay, we're going to let that warm up a little bit. All right, now that oil is hot, we're going to put our onions in. Give that a quick stir, just to sweat these guys a little bit. A little bit of garlic. We're going to get about a tablespoon of black bean. Put some garlic in it. Just going to let this cook up a little bit. Smell those flavors already. This is a cornstarch mixture. So you put about a tablespoon of cornstarch and some room temperature water. I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir. Okay. So now this is sauteed down. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put our ginger in there. And then we're going to put our pak choy. We're going to stir this up. Pepper. And some salt. We're going to give this a stir. Then we're going to get our cornstarch mixture, stir it real good, and then we're going to just going to give that a quick mix. And that cornstarch is going to thicken up and loosen up everything else. Okay, we're going to do some chicken pad thai noodles. We're going to get our noodles started by soaking them. Alright, so now we're going to make our sauce. So we have fish sauce, about 3 tablespoons. We have about 2 tablespoons of tamarind sauce. About a tablespoon of soy sauce, dark. And some sugar, about 2 tablespoons. Oyster sauce to this also. Okay, we've got some salt. Some soy sauce, dark. And a little bit of sesame oil. A little goes a long way. We're going to give this a quick mix. And this is going to be ready for the stove. We're going to get our pan on, put some oil in here. We're going to put our chicken in. All right, we're going to go back with a little bit of oil. Going to have our onions. And our garlic. Just going to saute this for a second. And then we have our scallions. We're going to put some of our peanuts. Give this a quick stir. Chicken back in. Now for the sauce. Now we mix. Okay, we finish it off with some extra peanuts. And some fresh chili oil. A little bit more.
Ooh, cheers. Wow.
So our next recipe here, we're going to be making some Mongolian beef. And to this beef that I've previously chopped up, we have some cornstarch to go on top. And then we have some black pepper and sea salt. And then we mix this together. All right, now we have all of our meat coated. We're gonna go ahead and add some oil to our pan on a medium to low heat. And we wanna get this ripping hot. Now we wanna get our beef, and we're gonna do this in 2 batches. And just be mindful that it is hot, and don't throw it in there and the oil just splats back at you. Now we're gonna cook this meat on here for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, just until we get that golden brown to a little bit of char texture to it. So everything is finished. All right, now we're gonna chop our green onions into fourths. That's our green onions in our pan and toast these with our ginger. One teaspoon of sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of chili oil. 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. And 4 tablespoons of water. Not yet. And we're gonna get this into a boil, and then we're gonna add our 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. And give this a quick mix. We want this to be boiling. Now we could add all of our beef right back into our bowl. And start mixing this together and coat everywhere all over your meat. And now once all of your beef is evenly coated, you can go ahead and carry this over and put it right in our bowl. And now we could grab some green onions and sprinkle them.
Right, now we're moving on to some chicken fried rice. We're gonna get some oil in there for our chicken. We're gonna let that warm up for a little bit, and then we're gonna put our chicken in there. We got some soy sauce.
Like a pattern from the strainer.
Some black pepper. Salt. And some garlic. Give that a quick mix. And we're ready for our pan. Get our pan coated a little bit here. And then in we go. Spread that out so it could cook a little bit. And some Worcestershire sauce. Give that a stir. Alright, so we're going to stir this a little bit and just let it cook. We're going to wait for all the fluids to dry down, and then we're going to remove this out and start with our vegetables. Got it. We'll put that aside, and we're going to have a little bit of oil. We're going to have our onions. Our carrots, and we have some peas. We also have some ginger. And we're going to give all this a good mix. We'll put that to the side. We're going to do a little bit more oil. Now we're going to put our eggs. We're going to scramble these guys up real quick. And then we're going to mix it all in. We're also going to put our chicken in at the same time. Now we're going to add our rice. Soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. A little bit of scallions, and then we mix. Just gonna add a little bit more soy sauce, little at a time, until you get your color that you're looking for, whether it's dark brown or light brown, and to your tasting. And we're going to finish with a little bit of scallion. Okay, next we're going to be making some gai lang. So we're going to put some water in a pot to boil.
Ready?
Some salt and some oil. And we're going to let that boil for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. In the midst of that, I'll be cutting the stems off of these things, just the tips, to freshen them up. Tip looks like that. That's what we're going to be using. Just a quick cut on all of them to get the hardness out, and it's nice and soft, and we're going to blanch them in the water. Alright, so our water is boiling. I'll give this a little stir. We're just going to put
2 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to sit in here for about 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to take these out. Okay, for our sauce, we're going to put some oil and garlic. Good amount of garlic. We're going to saute that for a little bit. A little bit of pepper flakes. Oyster sauce. Some soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. We're going to do our scallions. Right now we're going to add our mixture. We're going to give that a stir.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a comment on what you thought.
Happy New Year. Kongi Fak Choy. We have lots of other videos. Check them out and let us know what you think. We'll see you on the next one.